morning and happy new year to everybody in attendance. It's 2020, January 7th. I'm Bo McMichael with Score 58 Network, and my voice is about gone. I had the early year flu, knocked off that on the checklist. Some people have resolution about losing weight. I just said, hey, let's acquire the flu and let's get this thing jump started. Well, I'm here at Whitewater High School watching the Jonesboro Cardinals take on the Whitewater Wildcats. It's going to be an exciting game. We're about 5 minutes away from tip-off here tonight, and wanted just to welcome everybody in, kind of give everybody a synopsis. We hadn't had much of an opportunity to broadcast this year because we have been what we call road dogs here at Jonesboro, and we hadn't had the chance to do a lot of broadcasting because where they were playing did not allow for broadcasting to occur. One of those gyms that just do not allow it. But here at Whitewater High School in Fayetteville, Georgia, we get that opportunity here tonight. And this coming up Saturday will be at Drew High School in Clayton County, watching the Cardinals take on the Titans of Drew at 4:30 on the tip-off, and we'll be there live bringing that game to you here on Score 58 Network. Once again, I'm Bo McMichael. As you can see, we have some nice new scoring, adage, nice little sponsorships going down here on the left-hand side, and hopefully I'll be able to keep up the clock with you and the scoring as time goes throughout the game tonight. Good news is this, and we have one more away game on Saturday, and then what we're going to be called is home, home, home. And we're going to be able to be home for the remaining month of January into maybe 1 or 2 games into February. Not necessarily, can't really lock that in my brain just yet. So should be a lot of fun having a home opener next Tuesday night against Riverdale at Jonesboro. If you hadn't had an opportunity to see the gym, go on Facebook, look around. They have some nice, wonderful pictures. We're going to do the best broadcast we can know how to next Tuesday and bring the game to you live. So it should be a lot of fun. A couple updates about what the Jonesboro Cardinals are up to right now. They've had a very interesting up and down season. The one thing I love about the Cardinals season is that they have been battle tested. They are 7-6 overall, but 3-1 in the region. They're taking on the Whitewater Wildcats, who are also 3-0, not 3-1, but 3-0 in the region. As you can see, these are their records. And when we bring different stats up, we're going to be having that going across the line here, so it gives you an opportunity to see, but not taking too much away from the footage in general. So hopefully we'll be able to sit back and enjoy and give some information. For those people wanted to remind themselves of saving the date, January 14th, 2020. Very first home game in the new arena at Jonesboro High School. Should be a blast. If you can't make it there, I do expect to sell out, but if you can't make it there, then come out on Friday. They're playing the Griffin Bears next Friday, or that following Saturday, they're playing the Fayette County Tigers. So you get 3 times to get an opportunity to see it if you don't get that chance on Tuesday. Should be a great matchup here tonight. And when I say that is very, very interesting to see what the outcome is. The 3 victories that Whitewater has had over Jonesboro, or had this season in their region, has been against McIntosh High School, who Jonesboro has beat. They have not played Stars Mill, but Whitewater beat Stars Mill. And then the last is the Griffin game, where they beat Griffin by 4, and Jonesboro lost to Griffin in overtime. If I'm not mistaken, what was the score? It was 55-50 in overtime on a Friday night, early in December. So definitely going to see what's going to happen here tonight at Whitewater to see, is this where the standings are going to be? Because right after that, you get Riverdale 1-1, Fayette County's 2-2, Griffin's 2-2, and then everybody else falls off with McIntosh 1-3 and Stars Mill 0-2. But the first part of the season's all about getting yourself battle tested. And here tonight, I would really like to say that this is really when the season begins. I always think, we did have a early game on Saturday against Morrow. It was once again non-region. They won the game 56-52. But as for the rest of the games, except for, if I'm not mistaken, the Drew game, and there's one other game on Martin Luther King Day, January 20th, at Maynard Jackson against Morgan County. Everything else is region play. That's a count of 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 possible region games remaining, with some non-region opponents being played at home. So I'm going to hand it over. Let us hear the announcing of the players. I'm going to take my voice here for a second, and we'll be right
back. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to our second game of the evening here at Wildcat Country with our very own Whitewater Wildcats versus the Jonesboro Cardinals. And now, starting with the Jonesboro Cardinals, number 1, Lo L. Robinson. Number 2, Q. Thomas. Number 3, J. Rogers. Number 12, M. Dunn. And number 23, N. Adams. Now, Wildcats, let's get on your feet and make some noise for our very own Whitewater Wildcats. Starting tonight, number 2, John Harvey. Number 4, Bryson Perkins. Number 10, Zach Leishner. Number 1, Jay. And number 23, Omar Nickel. Let's go, Cats!
All right, ladies and gentlemen, we're back and getting ready for tip-off here at Whitewater High School. Once again, I'm Bo McMichael with Score 58 Network. If it sounds like I'm caught in a raspy voice, yes, I am caught in a raspy voice, and hopefully I won't lose my voice throughout the night. If I cough, I apologize. I'm just getting over a cold, but let's get ready. Jonesboro's in the black, Whitewater's in the white. I'll be running the scoreboard, so hopefully I'll pay attention to the clock and the scoring itself. I'm multitasking here, ladies and gentlemen. Happy New Year 2020. Let's get ready. January 7th, Whitewater versus Jonesboro. Number 23, Adams for Jonesboro with the tip. Going against number 23, the captain for Whitewater, a senior, averaging 8.2 rebounds. And let's get this clock started. There we go. Down the road we go. First basket for Whitewater. Jonesboro in the black, number 1, Robinson. Dishing it inside. Going to be out of bounds. Down the court we go. Going to call a walk, no, kickball. Going to get the clock set back up. For some reason or another, it jumped ahead of me. So I'm going to spend a little bit of time getting that set up here. We're right at 7:20 on the clock. Still here in the first period. I'm going to wait till it gets down to that and hit the clock back so I don't have to multitask too much. If I can keep up with the fouls, I will. Once again, I'm Bowman Mike with Score 58. Jonesboro in the black. Whitewater in the white. Whitewater is roughly about 9 seniors deep on their roster. We'll have an opportunity to talk a little bit about them as time goes on. Number 2, Quinn Thomas with a nice running a layup to even the game out here 2-2 here early in the first quarter. of play at Whitewater High School down here in Fayetteville, Georgia. Glad to have everybody with us. Nice to have 15 of my friends joining in. Jumper from the outside, no good. Rebound. Whitewater with the rebound. Number 1, the stud from the deep end. He shoots about 40% from the three-point line, so that's definitely within his marking when he jacks it up 2 feet, 3 feet behind. I'm going to call out of bounds. Jonesboro basketball. Jonesboro is wearing the black jerseys with, on the back, they have the word family. We are family. Hopefully they'll play that song a little bit on Tuesday when we get our first home game in 2 years. Dishes it back out to number 3, Rogers. Rogers takes it from the top, resets it, looks for number 23, Adams. Back to Robinson, back to Thomas, and away we go. Finally looking for their feet. Oh, going in there. Good effort. Did not kiss the back of the glass like you'd like it to. And here we go again. Number 1 for Whitewater averages roughly about 20 points. It's Mr. Jenkins. They're going to call a foul. First foul. Shooting foul. Going to go to the line to shoot 2. Number 23, Omar. He's a senior, averaging 8.2 on the rebounds. They don't have a great free throw percentage. They're 58 on the free throw percentage world. So if the idea of getting them to the line is a plus, I will say that. First foul on the night for both teams. Right at 5:45 on the clock. I'll get the clock running here in a minute. For some reason or another, decided to cause chaos on me. I'll add that point in here for the foul shot, making it 3-2. Deep 3 for the Cardinals. 5-3 is your score. 5:30 on the clock. Then I can get worried about starting and stopping the clock again. Out of bounds, Jonesboro basketball. Once again, this is kind of battle for the region. First place in the region. Jonesboro sitting at 3-1. Whitewater sitting at 3-0. Rogers. Bounce pass might have been a better option there. Turnover on Jonesboro. Whitewater taking it back up the court. Jenkins. .5:13 on the clock. Inbounds play. Third team foul against Jonesboro. I'm only paying attention to the scorekeeper, and they have me all over the place. I'll say it's the second team foul on as my silence goes, it's me trying to make sure I get all the things that I need to. So I'm going to clear some things out to get where we need to be. It's the old multitasking. I haven't done it in a while, so hey, give me a second and I'll get things taken care of for us. I'll update the score here in just a minute. Just wanting to make sure I got everything kind of squared away on what I was trying to deal with here. I appreciate everybody's patience. Y'all are doing a great job of just dealing with my craziness. Since our scoreboard wasn't necessarily working properly, I'm going to go ahead and nix the scoreboard for a while and just let us deal with the score itself. It's 7-5 here. And with that, we get us some subs in for Jonesboro. Got everybody getting their energy back. We got Robert Paul, a senior, coming in for Jonesboro, number 34. I'll see at halftime if I can get the score, but I'm always famous for giving you the correct time as it goes. So we're right under the 3-minute mark here in the first quarter. Once again, appreciate all our sponsors. As you can see, we have sponsors rolling on the left-hand side of the scoreboard. Thank you for those who are involved. And, hey, if you haven't had an opportunity and want to be a sponsor here for the new stadium, I'm going to give the information right here. Feel free to contact head coach Dan Melman. He has his email information and his phone number. Reach out. We'd love for you to sponsor this new gym. Come out there and get your name. There's going to be a lot of people in and out. We got the All-Stars between APS and Clayton County taking place in March, so it should be a lot of fun. Looking forward to it indeed. Back to action we go here in the first quarter. 7-5 early. 2.5 minutes remaining. I'm Bo McMichael with Score 58 Network, bringing you Jonesboro Cardinals 2020 action here January 7th. Hope everybody's having a great new year so far. Hope you had a wonderful holiday season. But time to get back to work. Most kids went back to school today with that, oh, I can't believe it, ooh, wild turnover. They're going to call over and back. Whitewater was able to get their hands in there to cause an over and back situation. Inbounds number 3, Rogers. Into Quinn. And back to Rogers. I like the defense Whitewater is able to put up with. This is the first time we faced Whitewater all game. It's going to be a team foul on Jonesboro. I never really want too many fouls taking place in the first quarter, mainly because that opens that second quarter to be what we call free throw disaster. And I'm definitely not for that tonight. Glad those people have been able to join us. Good crowd out here, got a little bit bigger as time went on. Not many out for the girls' game. Jonesboro Lady Cardinals were able to take down the Lady Wildcats. Good rebound by number 12, Dunn. Passes it over to Arnold. They're going to call a reach-in foul. Four and 3 on the team fouls world. I always like to pay a little bit of attention to that. No timeouts so far. Subs occurring. Number 2, a senior, or number 2, Harvey takes it from the bench here for Whitewater. Back over to Quinn. Quinn's our three-pointer. Hopefully we'll have some more updated stats for the Cardinals before our game against Drew. We've played a total of 13 games, but stat-wise only got us through 8, so I didn't really necessarily do that. A nice 3. Looked like by Rogers from the corner. I'm just a talking, making sure I pay attention to what's going on. As they go around the river bend, 15 looking. Get some action out there. Denied any type of passage down the baseline, which was nice. Good pass. Good rebound by 12. Almost an innovative pass on both ends. You know, when you're in that fast break moment, you got to be able to capitalize for the Cardinals. Turnovers are not a strong point right now. Right now, you know, Jonesboro is averaging 57 points a game, where Whitewater's averaging 61 points a game. Field goal percentage is pretty close at 42 and 39. I think that the indicator, we're getting into the final minute here of the first quarter, I think the indicator will truly be good, get your own rebound. If all else fails, jump up and hit it yourself. Great double effort by the players of Whitewater. But I think it's going to come down to the free throw line. Good block shot by number 22. Whitewater's taking it the other way. 15 seconds on the clock. All the way down. 3-point lead here by the Cardinals. They'll hold for the final shot. Number 1, deep. Almost said he wanted to tie it up, but we're not boxing out, and we're giving up a point right there. 1-point lead here at the end of the quarter. As you can hear, I'm a little frustrated by that. You got to block the gentleman out if they're shooting a three-pointer. You turn around and get that butt in the action, and you don't sit there and happen. Changing over to the period. Here we go, start of the second quarter. 8 minutes are on the clock. I'm going to have to pay attention a little bit of why the clock is acting the way it is. But I'm going to see if now it actually wants to act nicely. So I'm going to try to monitor it here in the second quarter, and if everything works out real well, I'll bring it back to you in the second half. All right. 10-9, very interesting first half, our first quarter of play. Appreciate you tuning in. Got about 18 viewers out there in YouTube world. Always make sure you click to subscribe if you're a new viewer. That means you're going to be able to get any action that we have for Jonesboro basketball over here in the next month, and you'll just get a little notification. Hey, there's a Jonesboro basketball game. Pay attention. Well, let's get busy. Inbound in the play. Dishes it out, and here we go. Jonesboro's taking it up as we go. Air ball, quick shot. He's going to say he stepped out. Inbounds from underneath. Trying to look for the shot. Outside three. And they're really hanging out in the perimeter right now. All the way down the lane he goes. Great tip-in rebound. 12-9 is your score right now. Under 7-minute mark here in the second quarter. I'm Bo McMichael with Score 58 Network. Jonesboro Cardinals, Whitewater Wildcats here in Fayetteville, Georgia. 30214, the zip code. Don't know why I'm sharing it with you. Just thought it'd be a good fact. Deep three off the mark. Big man said, hey, I can do it. Number 3 did not get the 3, though. Rebound, passes it out. Jonesboro's looking to stay outside. Oh, he thought about it. 5 said, I'm going to do it. 12 crashes to the board, didn't get a foul, which is nice. Got to get there back. 23, Omar takes it all the way down. Once again, we are not blocking out to save our lives. And they're keeping them in the game, 12-11 here. I know we're a small group of guys here. Nobody's averaging, on the court right now, number 12 and number 23. 12, 6'4", 23 is 6'4", but we're not getting in the lanes and getting those rebounds. Back to the court we go. Team leader Jenkins, point guard for Whitewater. 23, Omar. He said, hey, I'm going to take it in the lane. I'm telling you one thing right now, I'm impressed with the Wildcats. From a Jonesboro perspective, we're just having a hard time getting any. If they can't block out Omar, number 23 for Whitewater, it's going to be a long night. 13-12, deep three, no good for Quinn, in and out. Rim's not been nice by no means. At the 5:30 mark, coach is bringing in some stubs. 2, number 34, number 3. Sets it back up. 15 said, I'm going to drive in. They're going to call a charge. Yes, going to call a charge. He held his ground. Great job and held it in as much as he can, but that was a high floater. It was definitely a high floater, to say the least. Refs, the fans are not excited about that. (12-13), 4 fouls each across the board. I love when I reset it after a period, the fouls all go away. I got to make sure I remind myself of here in the second period. The game started a little bit late based on the Lady Cardinals and the Lady Wildcats really duking it out. Dishes it out to the outside. 23 looking for his shot. Can he do it from the corner? No. Rebound. Jonesboro got to call the foul, and almost an and one situation, but not. He'll go to the line and shoot 2. 15 foul for Whitewater. Once again, we have no timeouts so far. Sorry that the scoreboard hadn't been up. I'll pop it up here right now. I was multitasking. First free throw was no good. Next one was good. Tie ball game here. Almost threw it away. And we did get a steal. Hold on to it now. Let's not try to push. Hey, they're going to call a foul again. 16 foul on Whitewater. We're getting closer. We're going to be hanging out on the line. And even though I'm not a proponent for that, our free throw shooting is in the 70 percentile, and that might be our way to victory tonight if we're able to make free throws. First one's good, and we taking our 1-point lead here with 4 minutes and 30 seconds left on the clock here in the second quarter. And he's able to get both of them. He had something about kissing the rim twice. Going to call, got to get a timeout here. 5-second rule on that part. First timeout of the night. And with that, you know, I know we have the sponsorship going down. And from a sponsorship perspective, it's very much important as much as you want to be able to help. But we want to say thank you to Summit Design and Build, Supplies Unlimited, Pounds Property Management, the Chick-fil-A Dwarf House off Terra Boulevard by Joe Wilburn, Stephen and McCrae, Advanced Chiropractors of Conyers, Allegiance Imaging, the Great American Hot Dog, and Talno. Thank you for everything that you do for Jonesboro basketball. 15-13 here. Halfway through the second quarter, we will take a break at halftime and put good old-fashioned 10 minutes on the clock. One of those, you get 2 shots to make and you can't make it. Now you're going to get a foul, which is fine, but very frustrating that you can't get your second chance points here in the game. Need to be able to get those second chance points for Jonesboro. 15-13, 17 foul for Whitewater. Jump shot's good. Like I said, 70 percentile on the line. I'll take these free throws all day. It might extend the game a little bit, but that's okay. Once again, this is Jonesboro basketball live here at Whitewater High School in Fayetteville, Georgia. I'm Bo McMichael watching the Cardinals take on the Wildcats, the first place Wildcats in Region action. 17-13, another turnover by Whitewater. That has been the claim to fame here in the second quarter. It was 10-9. Jonesboro leading the start of the second quarter, and it looked like it was going to be a change of guards here in the second quarter, but not the case. With some good free throw shooting, Jonesboro has taken a nice, ill-advised pass. Turnover, Jonesboro, Whitewater basketball. Thank you again for all tuning in. We got some wonderful viewership out there. Once again, click to subscribe. Join our channel. Hear about all the action that's taking place with Jonesboro basketball here in the 2020 season. 17-13, 3:30 remaining here in deep three. He shoots right around 40%, so that's a good free throw. Got to get that rebound, boys. Stay up there, Quinn. Nice basket. 19-13, and the lead continues up to 6. They're going to call kickball, kickball, kickball. 7 and 4 of the fouls. We still haven't hit the bonus. I don't want to say cha-ching on that one. I'm not a fan of the bonuses. Either way, give me some and ones, but let's not go to the free throw line and have a free throw party. Turnover again. He's thinking about it. Got to get the rebound, though, if you're going to get in there and got to block out. Pretty sure they're going to call it on Jonesboro. Doing a little bit too much bodying, Mr. Robert Paul. That would be on you. 15 foul for Jonesboro. Whitewater's answer or claim to fame here in the second quarter will be called turnovers. Maybe if those turnovers wouldn't have occurred, maybe the score would be a little bit tighter, but 19-13 still is not something, that's not impossible. It's only a 6-point lead in basketball. That's 2 3-pointers, and we tied up. What are they going to call here? Going to call it on. I'm confused who they're calling it to. Yes, on Jonesboro. I was wondering if they want to be nice and call it against Whitewater. 2:36 on the clock. That's Rogers' first foul of the game. Give him that good old-fashioned 5-second count. What we got here? Oh, they're going to call it a foul. I'm confused. My name is Bo, but yet I am confused. They're going to say over the back. And now we get to shoot. 7 and 7 on the fouls. Somebody click the bonus button and know that we're set, ready to go. Gets the first one. And this one, everything kind of changes up a little bit. I'm Bo McMichael with Score 58 Network. First broadcast of 2020. Makes both of his free throws. Great job, Wildcats. Come on, Jonesboro, 19-15. 2.5 minutes remaining. Clock is ticking. We've only had one timeout this whole first half. I'm glad there's no TV timeouts here in high school football or basketball or softball. Could be a good old-fashioned moving pick. They're going to call a charge on that. Yep. Charge on Jonesboro. A little taste of our own medicine. Something we claimed to fame last year, very much so. 19-15. Right under 2 minutes remaining here in the first half of the game. We will go a little quiet here at halftime. I always like to take my breath, get my bearings, make sure everything's set, ready to go here for the second half. Good first half so far, just a 3-point or 4-point ball game. Got to get those rebounds. We got nothing but short guys in the middle there, a little stressful. And the littlest man in the group comes up with it. Quinn with a deep three. Can't get the rebound, not there. We only got two big guys, number 12 and 23. Oh, how can you call that as a foul? I'm not yelling, but I am yelling. I mean, you got to be able to pickpocket some people in this world without everybody screaming, oh, what are you doing? Coach Melvin's got his hands on his head trying to figure out, hey, what was going on right there? Whitewater will go to the line to shoot two. You got to hate seeing that, especially when you do such a good job. And he wants to try to explain what happened right there. I'm not buying it by no means. First foul shot's good. And just like that, I kind of jinxed them, said, hey, they can't shoot any foul shots. Could be misrepresentation in the old stat books because they were shooting at 58%. There we go. They missed one. I knew I was right. 50% right there. Here we go. Back up we go. About 90 seconds remaining here in the first half. I'm Bo McMichael with Score 58 Network. Glad to have you with us here in the new year. Deep floater off the top of the rim. If he said, hey, let me get to the highest point of the rim and make it, then the answer would be yes, I'd like to do it. 21-16 here. 1 minute remaining here in the first half. I'm going to give a 5-second call. Always like to get that answer of why that 5-second call happens, man, especially when you know you got that ref just sitting there counting as we go. And when they count it, you just never know what's going to take place. Next thing you know, boom, turnover. Because there is no shot clock here in high school basketball, they could hold it to the end of the quarter. I have a feeling, though, that's not going to be the case, and we're going to shoot. Roger takes it up top, resets it, passes back out to Quinn. Back over to Arnold, resetting with Rogers right now. Under 20 seconds. Dishes it out. Too hard, not enough on the background. 12, Mr. Dunn's a sophomore, and you can feel that energy of being a sophomore wide open. And I'm surprised they didn't call a foul. That was a great job from Whitewater's number 3, Andre King. Either that or it was 22, and that's going to be the end of your quarter. First half in the books, 21-18. I'm Bo McMichael with Score 58 Network. We're going to take a breather. I'm going to get some water and work on my voice. We'll see you right back here. Clock's on there for 10 minutes. Be back real soon. All right, back to action here at Whitewater High School. I'm Bo McMichael with Score 58 Network. Having a little fun here tonight, getting things started on a right direction. 21-18 here, start of the third quarter. Great first half. You were able to join us. If not, come back and join us now. Sorry for the cough. And they switch sides. Once again, Whitewater in the white, Jonesboro in the black. Deep three. And we said something about having a tie ball game here early in the third quarter. Team fouls get reset. Everybody's got a timeout. Nobody's 6 timeouts on the cart. No fouls. 21-21. Very interesting match of the top 2 teams in this region. One team is 3-1, which is Jonesboro, and where their only loss is against Griffin. High floater, no good. Back out. Turnover, Jonesboro. Dishes it out down to Quinn. Not going to call out any type of foul. Straight up block, pinned it up against the backboard, and away we go. (21-21) here in the third quarter. I'm Bo McMichael with Score 58 Network. Whitewater Wildcats versus your Jonesboro Cardinals. Next game still on the road against Drew High School on Saturday. 4:30 tip-off. We'll be live from the Titan Gym. Should be a lot of fun. And our very first home game in 2 years will be on Tuesday versus Riverdale. Come on out and support. Still looking for sponsorships. Coach Melman is the man to get you that sponsorship. We have some wonderful sponsors now already, always looking to add for the gym itself. That'll house volleyball and basketball and many more things since it's brand new. Deep three from Quinn. He didn't ask for the rim, so he didn't get it. 23. Don't know if he should be dribbling all the way down the court. He was struggling getting himself all the way down there, but enough to give him points. They're going to call a foul against Jonesboro. His feet weren't even planted. Everybody needs to sit down and relax from the Jonesboro bench. Once again, we get a taste of our own medicine. One thing that we love to do is to get the old charging calls, and when it goes against us, nothing's fair, nothing's fair, nothing's fair. 23-21, 6 minutes remaining here in the third quarter. We had a 6-point lead in the second quarter, though. I felt like the tide was turning in our advantage. The one thing we've not been able to do is really put a team away this year. When I go and look at the scores, you know, you talk about Mount Zion, we beat heavily, 77-45. McIntosh, we only won by 15. Fayette County was 48-39. Griffin, we lost by 5. Riverdale, we beat them by 4. And, you know, then you get to the other teams like Brubaker Tech. We won by 7. We beat Westover by 5. And we beat Morrow by 4. We've not been able to put a team away. We play to that competition. So in many ways, when we play good teams, like we played Chapel Hill, I consider them to be a good team. We lost 77-72. We're not getting blown out, but we're not winning games as well. 7-6 overall. Good feed inside from Whitewater. Got to get the rebound. He should have put it right back up. He unfortunately passed it back out. 10 with the jumper. Misses it. Gets his own rebound. Going to call a walk. He couldn't spin it and toss it up quick enough. But, hey, what are you going to do? You know, right now it's 23-21, 5 minutes and some change remaining here in the third quarter. Jonesboro's really got to have this victory. A double turnover. Quinn's got to take it up, 23. I tell you one thing, we're having the hardest time just doing the simple things. And I haven't had an opportunity too much this year to watch. But I will say this, it is quite frustrating to watch a simple thing of making free throws. Right now, that's our 4th team foul. 21-23, 5 minutes remaining in the third quarter, and we've already got 14 fouls on the board. That is Robert Paul's 4th foul of the game, number 34 for the Cardinals. Misses the first free throw. Once again, free throws are not their strong point, meaning Whitewater's strong point. They roughly shooting right at 58%. Thanks for those people that joined back after halftime. It's always nice to know that I didn't necessarily push you away. If I'm on mute, hey, it's no harm, no foul in the big scheme of things. Another free throw. Round the round we go, and in the basket it happens. Hate the floaters like that. Almost backcourt right there. 24-21. Rogers just tosses it up. Surprised they didn't call on the back of the backboard, but they didn't. Down by 3, 4 and some change remaining here in the third quarter. And we might have to get a timeout here, Coach. We're going to see what happens. Lead extends to 5. All the way out to Quinn. Looking for a jump shot, and we can't hear anything. If we had a barn out there, I'm pretty sure the Bride side of it would be missed at this point. Airballed a jump shot, and he walked a mile. Thank you. When you're up by 5, 26-21, you don't want to get a call on a walking call. Whitewater subs. And here we go. Jonesboro's trying to find something here in the first. We haven't scored any points. I mean, it was 21-18, start of the first quarter. Start of the third quarter. I'm kind of interested that they didn't want to call a foul there, 23-26, but I'll be quiet. Shh, don't tell anybody. Under 4 minutes remaining here in the third quarter. We've got a tight one here in Whitewater. Call your friends, call your neighbors, let them know there's a good game going on right here. They're going to call a little push. 23 Omar got his butt into it, and they were like, yep, ref says we're going to call that a nice little excessive charge. And as we get the boos from the crowd, they don't like it either. That's this thing with 2 team fouls and 14 fouls. Hopefully we won't go any further than that. Once again, I'm Bo McMichael with Score 58 Network. Nice to have everybody with us here tonight on January 7th, 2020. Around the river bend he goes. Number 1 could not get it in. Got to use the kiss of the glass here. Oh, let's see if we can go and call a foul on number 3. Quinn's there, hurt a little bit. We're going to see if he gets up. Coach Melman's examining the situation. We're going to pop up, and away we go. Shooting 2. Too bad we couldn't have got an and 1 in that situation. Haven't had many and 1 opportunities tonight. Got a good close game here at Whitewater. I've only had 2 chances this year to broadcast a McIntosh region game versus the Cardinals. We got a victory out of. I'm 1-0 in 2019. However, 2020, first free throw, off the side of the rim. You got to eat your Wheaties in the hopes that that will go in. Second free throw up. Once again, 23-26. He said net and called it butter. First time out for Jonesboro. Leaves them 5 overall. At this time, I want to thank our sponsors throughout the game. You'll see our sponsors rolling on the left-hand side of the screen right next to Score 58 Network logo. Would like to thank Summit Design and Build, Supplies Unlimited, Pounds Property Management, Stephen and McCrae, Mechanical, the Advanced Chiropractors of Conyers, Allegiance Imaging, Great American Hot Dog, Tal No, and the Chick-fil-A, the Dwarf House off of Terra Boulevard, sponsored by Joe Wilburn. Thank you for everything that you do for Jonesboro basketball. We'll make sure we have wonderful promos during this time period. I'll work on that before our game next Tuesday. I know we added some new ones, so we had to make sure we had those things taken care of. Coming out of this timeout right now, we have a ball game here, ladies and gentlemen. Strap on your boots. Have a little fun out here. 24-26. Who's going to come around with the region lead of 2020 on January 8th? Who's going to be winning? That was a good backflip by the cheerleaders. Very impressive. They were able to pushed it back out, showing a little bit of pressure. Jonesboro is. Whitewater able to break the pressure. Up the court they go. Off the mark, rebound 23 for Jonesboro, and away we go. Oh, not a good shot. We are not good fast break points. These are easy buckets, and we are missing these easy buckets. And the only thing I can think of is Whitewater's doing the same thing. Goodness gracious. Early in the, somebody said, I'm going to block your shot, and he did. Back the other way we go. Deep for the three. Tip of the rim. I'll tell you one thing. Don't help him out, young lady. Mr. Ref got it taken care of. Out of bounds. Still Whitewater basketball. Back out. They definitely have. Got to hold your ground. Nope. Omar, the captain for the Wildcats, definitely is a man to reckon with here in this region. We just, I keep saying we just can't hit anything, and we can't. It's 28-24. A minute 45 remaining here in the third quarter. Sounds like a game that's probably going to come down to the fourth quarter of play. I'm not a brilliant man. Everybody's got to play 4 quarters. Okay? So when you get that analogy of, I believe the team that's going to win is the one that has the most points at the end, that's why I'm not the genius of the group. It's the person next to me. Side note, there's nobody next to me. Here we go. First one was good. Second one was good. 26-28, 2-point lead. Went in for the steal, and away we go. I'm going to call out of bounds on Jonesboro, Whitewater ball. The refs are being very kind, I think, in an overall perspective concerning fouls. I felt like a lot of these could have been easily picky fouls, and they have not even done that. That let these two teams play. Deep three. Tell you, Jenkins has not been on tonight from the three-point range, and that's probably kept us in the game. Quinn's got to get this one. Ran out. Felt like it was butter off the side of a lid right there. Just slid right off. Good block shot. Got to get the rebound here. Passed it up. Good hustle from number 23. Dishes it over. And one. Call it. Like it. Tie ball game, and we're going to go to the free throw line and shoot. Get a little overexcited here. I even raised my hand up. I like it when we get to foul and the basket. A double whammy. They say a double whammy. Once again, this is Score 58 Network. I'm Bo McMichael, bringing you some Jonesboro basketball in 2020. Got another game on Saturday, 4:30 tip-off at Titan Gymnasium over in Charles Drew area. And then we get our first home game in 2 years, and we're able to connect. Nice. Taking the lead, the first lead there for a little bit in the third quarter, guys. If you hadn't joined us, we hadn't scored any points. It took us nearly half the quarter to get some points on the board, and we've rolled out 8 since then. 29-28, took a 1-point lead, 1 minute remaining here in the third quarter. Felt like everybody's walking and nobody's talking. 2 basket from Omar. If we don't block him out, he is going, oh, goodness gracious. Whew. when you're throwing it cross court like that, you hope that there's a bouquet involved and we're at a wedding, because that just gets scary. 45 seconds on the clock. Clock is ticking. Great job, Quinn. That's a way to just kind of put on the brakes and see what happens. 31-30. Under 30 seconds remaining. They're going to give some pressure. Omar is just going to lead it in there. If he can't make the baskets, that's going to be the make or break point. 10 seconds on the clock. Once again, glad everybody's joining us, and numbers have increased on viewership, which is always nice heading into the fourth quarter. Don't forget to hit the old click to subscribe button, and you'll get all the Jonesboro action basketball here in 2020. Got to go for the layup. And finally, things are coming down. Gravy. Another basket increases the lead to 3. At least he missed that. We're going to head into the fourth quarter here, ladies and gentlemen. From a timeout perspective, we have 5 timeouts remaining for Jonesboro. And we'll get started here. Once again, start of the fourth quarter here. Next action up to play here. Give a little important information. Excuse me for my cough. Coming down with getting away from a cold, not coming down with one. Next game, 4:30 at Drew High School. If you can't make it there, tune in to us. And then don't forget, save the date. Tuesday, January 14th against Riverdale High School at the new gymnasium in Jonesboro. Should have been tonight, got pushed, and that's okay. Because I kind of like playing the crosstown rivals in the first gymnasium opening. Once again, I'm Bo McMichael. Happy New Year 2020. Where did the decade go? Well, it just started. Fourth quarter just started here at Whitewater High School in Fayetteville, Georgia. 33-30, got a 3-point lead. Started with a 3-point lead in the beginning of the third quarter. So, hey, no harm, no foul. We broke even. I like it. Let's see if we can finish out this game and get a tie for the region lead. Good turnaround. Once again, not using the backboard. Got to use the backboard. They're going to say out on Jonesboro. Whitewater basketball. Glad everybody could join us here tonight. We'll give this same setup here on Saturday, 4:30. I know people are saying, hey, there's an NFL football game going on. Yeah, I've worked through that. I'll make sure I give us a broadcast. The wonderful Atlanta Falcons aren't playing in this postseason. They haven't done it in 2 years, but that's okay. You know, the old famous tattoo that's on my forehead, wait till next year, always comes about. But right now we are in 2020, so it is this year. Ready to happen. 33-30, 7 minutes on the clock and ticking. Neither team about 2 to 3 shots away or 2 to 3 fouls away from being in the bonus. We've done a good job kind of holding off that here in the third quarter, heading into the fourth. If one team gets a little streaky right now, shooting-wise, it'll probably put a big distance in the game. We seem to want to hold on to the ball, not wanting to shoot it, resetting the offense at the top of the board. Quinn dribbling. I get worried because we're not great ball handlers. A quick timeout, Jonesboro. We're going to take a full on that part. We're down to 4 timeouts here, 6:45 on the clock. Couple reminders. We have a lot of home games coming up, so if you can't get out there next Tuesday, understand on Friday, the 17th, we're playing Griffin at home. We took an L against them early in December, so the revenge factor's in play. And then on that following day, Saturday, we're back playing the Tigers. And, right now, Griffin, Fayette County, and Riverdale, all three of those teams are in the middle of this region heat. So it's going to be an intense week next week. We get past this game as a victory, we are going to get into the meat of this region schedule start next week with 3 straight home games. Turnover, steal, deep 3 by number 4, rebound, out of bounds, Jonesboro basketball, good hustle by number 10 from Whitewater. A senior, Zach, not going to go after his last name. Good steal by Whitewater. Quick basket, and away we go, 32-33. They're picking the pockets like they're on a street corner in New York. Foul, go to the line to shoot. I love when my fouls get reset, and I'm trying to figure out how many fouls. I'm going to keep y'all to 5 and 5 on the team foul situation. Once again, when they get to 7, it does go to the bonus. It's 9 o'clock Eastern Standard Time for those people watching in Hawaii. Melikilimaka. Rebound in, 33-32. Getting very close here. 6 minutes remaining here in the fourth quarter. Got to get a rebound here. 23 Omar is all over the place for Whitewater. Floater, going to call a charge. Jonesboro basketball. He came in like a wrecking ball. Even Miley Cyrus would be happy about that. Unfortunately, it was an offensive foul. Jonesboro basketball. Whew. They said, hey, we can do some pressure too. You got to get it. Jamma slamma. Slamma jamma. Number 34, Robert Paul for the slam. 35-32. Like it when he gets that opportunity to take it down. Deep 3. And just like that, they said anything you can do, I can do better. And we got a tie ball game, 35-35. And Whitewater said, hey, we'll take this little timeout thing. We got time, can't take it with us. 16 fouls for Whitewater, 5 for Jonesboro. Timeouts are not going to seem to be the issue, but we are actually getting into the old chess match of the game. Glad to have people join us here tonight, especially those people in a faraway land in Ohio. Always nice when you join in. Glad that y'all can be able to get the basketball games back up and running. Sorry for the delay and the craziness of December that became my life. 35-35, an all tied up game here. 5:40 remaining in the fourth quarter. Jonesboro's got the ball, and they're showing a little pressure on Whitewater's side. I like it. A little taste of their own medicine. And we're getting that whole, hey, we can use the easy layups, and they're going in because the first half, they were not. 37-35. Ooh. Good steal by Robinson. Cuckoo-Kachu. Let's call a basket. 39-35, and just like that, we were a tie ball game. Now we're up by 4. Let's see if we can turn the tide and do another stop. Get the rebound. Get the rebound. What are we going to call? Timeout, Jonesboro? Yep. He was looking for something at that point. They were sliding all over the place. The one thing you don't want to see, not that I don't like me some Robert Paul, but you don't want to see him dribbling. That's why he's a dish-off man if you can. Hand him the ball, let him do something with it. When he was slipping and sliding and felt like they need to wipe that side of the court down if possible. Once again, next ball game on Saturday, 4:30. Please come out and enjoy yourselves. If not, tune in to us. We're always can be found on YouTube. Make sure you click the subscribe button. It's always nice to have more subscribers so you can get an idea of what's going on in the life of Score 58 Network. Well, this game has definitely lived up to the hype. Normally, we don't necessarily see too many close games on YouTube with the Cardinals, except when it comes to region or tournament time. But it seems like a different field this year. These young Cardinals are still trying to find their way. And I like the senior-laden Wildcats from Whitewater. They're doing a great job. You get that many seniors on the team, good things can happen. And I'm pretty sure we're going to see this team again in tournament time. We got to see them one more time at home anyways. We can call it a foul on Whitewater. That's going to be their 7th. 7-5, going to go to the line and shoot 2. Robert Paul, free throw. If I had a statistician in my ear, he'd say he's shooting 0% from the free throw line right now. Hopefully he'll even that out at 50, just for happiness' sake. Nails the last one, 40-35, right at 4 minutes and 30 seconds remaining here in the fourth quarter of play. I don't know what that was. I don't know if he was faking me out or faking you out, but definitely somebody got faked out. It's always interesting to watch the parents. We got a couple parents out here walking their steps, pacing the floor a little bit. Home for Whitewater, trying to root their team on to victory. Whitewater in with the rebound. Almost got a steal, trying to catch the ball over the shoulder. I'm going to call a foul. That's Robert Paul's 5th. Six and 7. Looks like both teams at this point are in the bonus. I'll give a shove down and let them both be in the bonus at this point. Didn't think they would be. I thought it was number 6. I didn't think it'd pop them in the bonus just yet. But I was wrong. And sometimes I don't want to be right. Now shoot a 1-and-1. I do believe once they get over 10, it's the double bonus where it's not a 1-and-1. They automatically get 2 free throws. Once again, appreciate everybody tuning in tonight. Score 58 Network bringing you Jonesboro basketball. He misses the first one. Whew. I'll tell you one thing, I felt like the stripe man right down there was trying to feel like he was in a baseball uniform, wanted to know if he wanted to call the strike or not. He held on that one for a little bit. Got to get rid of it there, kiddo. Down the court we go. That was a horrible, horrible shot by Arnold. Don't know what he was thinking. If he thought he was going to spin it back in. His first name's not Michael. His last name's not Jordan. His last name's Arnold. Hard to do that baby back spin right there unless you're at Outback. Deep 3. Whew. And he chunked that thing up. What we got going on here? They going to call a walk because it's pivot foot. I'll tell you one thing. He's young. That's all I can say. You can feel the youngness dripping off of number 12, Marquise Dunn. And that's okay. I'll take somebody young and out there banging against the big boys trying to find his place. 40-35, 3:37 remaining on the clock. I'm Bo with Score 58 Network. Glad to have you with us. Happy New Year 2020. January 7th action here, Whitewater High School. Region action between Jonesboro and Whitewater. Banked it, hit nothing but the side of the barn right there. At least he hit it. Quinn takes it up. Look to increase the lead to 7, possibly 8. Nobody's really knocked the lights out of the three-point range tonight. And if they don't give it to you, let you reset. Heck yeah. I'm all about that. They're going to get a 5-second count. Can he get anything on it? Back out to Robinson. He's going to dish it back over to Robert. And there we go. Actually, it was Nate Adams on that one, not Robert. Sorry about that. Robert Paul's not in the game. We got number 12 Dunn and number 23 Nate Adams in the game as our big men. With Quinn, Rogers, and Robinson. Oh, goodness gracious. They're going to call a quick timeout. Reset the decks. 42-37 here in the fourth quarter. Another timeout. Everybody's getting a little bit close. We've got 3 timeouts remaining by Jonesboro, 4 by Whitewater. 2 minutes and 26 seconds on the clock. Sorry that I couldn't bring the clock into play with you tonight. Probably just too much stuff for my brain to do and to be on point. So I'll make sure I get that up and running against Drew. So people that are always wondering, they're not waiting for me to know how much time's remaining. Appreciate our viewership out there. Once again, click that subscribe button. I always like to have new YouTube followers out there so you can be aware of any of the action taking place here on Score 58 Network. Got a lot of exciting things planned in 2020. We'll see how much of it comes to fruition. That's always an interesting word, fruition. I probably couldn't spell it if I had to, so that's always a plus. 42-37. No clue what's going to happen here with 2:30 remaining on the clock here in the fourth quarter. It's been a good game. Both teams, 7 fouls apiece. Any foul's going to send you to the line. Really favors Jonesboro. We'll wonder when Whitewater will start doing the foul bit. Rogers takes the deep pass, reverse layup, count it. I take back the horrible things I said against you, Rogers. Actually, I think I said it against Arnold. Could have been Rogers. It's all a blur at this point. We got Robinson, Rogers, and Quinn in the game. I felt like there was a walk somewhere there. 23, Adams with the rebound. Get up court. Come on, Quinn, get up court. Let's go. Get up court, Quinn. Whew. Even the coaches were motioning him to get up court. Robinson should have took the whole lane. He did not. 44-37, minute 45 remaining. They can play giveaway all they want. Missed it, wide open, out of bounds. Whitewater, Jonesboro basketball. Minute 37 remaining. Very good game across the board. Didn't know what I was going to get myself in here on January 7th. Crowd wasn't huge, but game's been good. You know, this is their, you know, they haven't had a region game in a minute. The last region game they had, looking at the map, the last region game they had was against Riverdale on 12-6 a month ago. So everything for the past month has just been preparation ball, I like to call it. Getting ready for the second half of the season because none of those games actually count. They really don't. This is all seeding for the region tournament that's going to take place at Starr's Mill at the end of January 1st to February. Should be a very exciting time. We'll definitely bring you all the action of Jonesboro basketball during that time period. And I will still stick. They won it last year. They're picked to win it this year. It's going to be interesting, though. I think next week's going to make or break the Cardinals and where they're going to be sitting in the region play. So, should be a lot of fun. Glad to have you with us. Home game next Tuesday. We'll be live from Jonesboro. I haven't said that in 2 years. We hung out in Clayton State all last year, so it's nice to kind of change it up a little bit. 44-37, 90 seconds on the clock. Let's play this game to the end. Deep pass again. Quinn with the high catch. I'd almost want to sign him up and put him in for a receiving uniform with Coach Floyd. He was able to jump up there and have a little fun. That's always not too bad in that direction. 44-37. 1 second clicked off the clock. Quinn's able to take it, increase the lead to 8, 45-37. (45-37), 8-point lead here with 1:36 remaining. Both free throws good by Quinn. Increases the lead to 9, largest lead of the night here for Jonesboro. Happy to see that we're getting a little bit of spread, but I tell you one thing, I really go with Jenkins being off tonight. If he could have hit just one three-pointer, could have really kind of put the momentum in his area, and he could have pulled an NBA jam and he could be heating up a little bit. Instead, I just feel like he's more Arctic than anything at this point. 8 and 8 from the team foul perspective. Going to the free throw line, number 2, off the rim. They definitely need to work on their free throw shooting. If the percentile is right on the good old-fashioned max prep world, they're shooting at 58%. 46-37, right at 1:20 remaining. He makes the second one. Going to get close to that. They're going to foul. We'll wonder what that means. I know they're looking for it. Oh, going to call it on Jonesboro for throwing the elbow. Very interesting. Not been a fan of this ref. Won't say anything bad about him, just not a fan. More of a couch than a fan of him. Maybe a window, a door, I don't know. Interesting, though, because of the foul, they're going to have to talk it over. Was it intentional? Will he go to the line to shoot 2? I would think that he'd go to the line if it's a foul and it's a changeover on play. I don't understand why he's not shooting 2. 46-38 here in the fourth quarter. Increased our viewership. Whoa, they must have got the word out. It's always nice to think. I guess I have to do my reading. This almost kind of like maybe an offensive foul when they do a block and a charge. It's not a shooting foul, which I learn something every day in that situation. Here we go. You would think that they're going to try to shoot three-pointers as much as they can. He's going to shoot a deep 3. He hadn't hit it all that game. Whose foul are you calling it on, Mr. Ref? I'm so confused how that when he's behind him. I don't understand that. Me and Coach Melman are in the same boat here. That he's going to sit there and say that it is on Jonesboro. We'll bring some instant replay action in and show a little bit of that if we can. I'm working on a picture-in-a-picture for the instant replay so we can pick it apart as another play going because basketball's nonstop. He makes the second one, makes it 39-46. Quick timeout from Jonesboro. Jonesboro's down to 2 timeouts. We're right at the 1 minute mark remaining here in the fourth quarter. I'm Bo McMichael with Score 58 Network. Just glad to have you with us here tonight. Welcome to New Year's 2020. Nice way to start it off. Hopefully we'll be able to hold them off. It's a 7-point lead here. But you and I both know basketball 7-point lead unless there's 1 second on the clock. And we're not playing rock'em jock'em basketball where you can shoot it from the half-court line to equal 7. The game can be over with. Other than that, anything's possible. Jonesboro's going to rebound it. 2 timeouts remaining for Jonesboro. If my number's correct, 3 timeouts for Whitewater. See how much I paid attention to the timeout? Peace. Dishes out to Quinn. Go ahead, Quinn. Get the basket. Oh, goodness. Great. That was a good way to break the press. 48-39, 9-point lead. Jenkins is just going to have to shoot it up. Oh, they're going to call that. They're not going to call the other, and then they're going to call. Coach Mellon was just like, Mr. Quinn, can you just stay away from him? If you can stay away from him, maybe we could go home and allow Mr. Bowe to get some water when he gets to the automobile. That would be a plus. First 3 points, first free throw is good, no good. And as the coach for Mr. Coach Martin for Whitewater gave the old struggling with the free throw line is the key to the game. That wins or loses games makes the second one. This is the first one. 8-point lead, 48-40, 40 seconds on the clock. Always like to know that we meet our averages. Our average is 57 points. We will not score 57 points tonight. Makes the second one, or makes the third one. Hits 2 out of 3. 41-48. And we're going to dish it back out. Arnold's not the greatest free throw shooter. Quinn is. Let's go ahead and foul him. 29 seconds on the clock. 48-41. As long as we do our due diligence and shoot the free throws, then this is all systematic. And they will increase their record to 8-6 heading into Saturday night / afternoon against the Drew Titans. And we'll be all tied up with Whitewater. Whitewater will be 3-1 in the region, and Jonesboro will be 4-1. But from an overall record, 7-6 and 12-4, be interesting to see where they rate it. But because we beat them in the head-to-head, I do believe we'd be over them, and we'd be the 1 versus the 2. Makes both 50-41. Deep 3. He is just looking for anything at this point, Mr. Jenkins is. I feel like we're in a 3-point contest and nobody told us about it. 15 seconds to go. It is all preliminary at this point. People are heading out, packing up their stuff, grabbing their keys and shaking it, and heading home. Once again, meet us out there on Tuesday versus Riverdale. Glad to have everybody at the home. Should be a lot of fun for our first home game in 2 years. I'm Bo McMichael with Score 58 Network. Next game will be on Saturday, 4:30 p.m. Tune in to us. Click subscribe, and the only thing you'll get is a nice notification that my raspy voice will be on the air for you. 50-41, 15 seconds remaining. If I would say our player of the game has to go probably to Quinn Thomas. He's doing a great job this season. Done 1 for 2 in the free throw range. He said, I'm going to go for a floater. Misses it. They're going to clear it out. Yep, that's it, ladies and gentlemen. Well, it's been fun and it's been real, and it's been a real fun here for the 2020 start of the season. We're 2-0 in 2020. I'll take that just like we did last year. Let's reset the clock and get ready for a game against Drew. Good victory. Jonesboro Cardinals 51. Whitewater 41. I'm Bo McMichael with Score 58 Network. Take care of yourselves. We'll see you on Saturday. Be safe.